Hey guys, here at the park, just taking a walk. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Middle Class Pinoy. So just got done playing at the park with my kid here, just trying to get some shade. But anyway, I want to take this opportunity to tell you a little bit of a story about my life here in America. So 18 years ago, I started my first ever job in Chicago, and in the beginning it was pretty exciting. But this job taught me eventually a very valuable lesson. Not that because it was a good job or because I was happy in that job. It was actually because it was really bad that I ended up getting fired, that it taught me a very valuable lesson in life. So because of this, I wanted to just share this with you in the hopes that you might learn from it. I started with this job at $12 an hour. I didn't really last long there. I only had it for 3 months, I want to say. And then I got fired because I clashed with their boss. And I grew up in the Philippines, grew up in a country and a culture where timidness or humility is seen as a good thing. And questioning authority and questioning someone is seen as disrespectful. Being assertive is seen as aggression or arrogance. All of that are antithetical to American values because a lot of people here question everything. People are very assertive. They're not scared of questioning authorities. They're not intimidated by any authorities. So that was kind of, I guess, the issue there, because I kept myself being quiet. I wouldn't say anything. I wouldn't question anything, to the point where people thought of me as like, this guy's retarded. He won't even talk. He won't say anything. People were ganging up behind me, and that irritated me eventually, which led to my aggression against my boss. Eventually caused my termination because I clashed with her. So I learned a valuable lesson. I learned that in America you cannot be humble, because humility is seen as a weakness. It's seen as a bad thing. And being assertive and being not arrogant, but being assertive and being bold is seen as strength. And I did not know that in the beginning. I realized that if you let people trample you down here and you become humble, they'll eat you alive. So I learned that you have to do the opposite, almost. You have to speak up for yourself, and you have to fight for your rights. People can be oppressive, and you don't want them to ever treat you that way. They can intimidate you, and you don't ever want them to treat you that way. So that lesson taught me, that scenario taught me a very valuable lesson in life, which up until now I still carry in me. Look, even with my jobs, and I don't ever let anybody intimidate me, not even my bosses. In America, you have so many opportunities. When I lost that job, I was depressed because I thought it was my only job, and I didn't know there were other jobs out there that were even better than it. To me, it was kind of like almost the end of the world, but I was young then. It was wrong that I thought that way. But I guess I wanted to say this because I know a lot of you guys and some newcomers here, they think that being humble is a good thing and it's a positive thing here, but no, that's actually the other way around. You need to be able to speak up, you need to be able to express yourself and be bold, yeah, and be assertive. Otherwise, people, like I said, will eat you alive. So that was a very valuable thing that I learned, and I hope I've given you some sort of a lesson here or a lecture that you can maybe use in your day-to-day life here.